All right, guys. So, welcome to COVID-19 lectures. I would like to think everybody's aware that the college has moved all of our courses completely online, 100%. For you guys, I don't see this as a huge disruption for you since you're already online for the vast majority of our course and just meeting for labs. But I just wanted to send out a little video here, a quick email, announcement, video, etc., just so everybody's up to speed on what the little changes are that you're going to see in your course. So what I would encourage you to do, first thing is keep an eye on announcements. There's going to be a lot coming out since we're in such a fluid situation here. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed or stressed, reach out to people. Bounce me an email, put a discussion board question up. I'm going to try to keep monitoring this stuff as frequently as I can to keep you guys in a loop if there's any new developments. But as of now, plan on us not seeing each other in the face-to-face world in labs on campus for the rest of the semester. So it could change, but it's easier to plan for that and then get through the semester versus just going week at a time. All right, so first things I want you guys all to do is go into the syllabus tab and check out the new syllabus. Let me go to student mode. All right, what I did is I restructured the course. So under the new syllabus tab, there's a calendar for each month and then some new syllabus details. So there's just a few small changes to the details of the course. Here's a revised syllabus. Biggest things, be organized, print off the calendars. Some of the dates are going to change compared to the original calendar. Uh, you guys, I think everybody's already doing a great job with going to the virtual lectures 3 times a week and keeping an eye on stuff. All right, you guys are doing a fantastic job with that. This isn't going to be a huge change for you. But a big thing, be proactive. Look at these assignments early. Don't wait till Tuesday at 10 o'clock to look at the lab and then go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Be as proactive as possible and then let me know if you have questions or confusions or need help. It's a lot easier to do it ahead of the deadline instead of, well, I waited until 11 o'clock the night it was due. I couldn't figure it out. Now what do I do? Can I have an extension? Please be proactive. Spend some time just going over everything to know what's it going to take to get these things done. So, okay, so I just want to run through briefly. Here's our grading scale. This is what we have done as of the 22nd of March. Those grades are all in Blackboard. That is locked in and set. Awesome job on it. You guys did a great job. What's left to go? This is where there's going to be some adjustments. We have 3 exams. I am dropping the midterm. We don't need that stress right now. I'll adjust it and deal with that when we get to the final. So we have 3 exams, just like the ones you've done. They're all online. They're 50 points each. You got 150 points. You're going to have 6 more quizzes, 6 more Learn Smarts, 6 more labs. Now the difference here with the labs, all of the labs, the remaining labs, will be 100% virtual. And I'll show you those in just a minute here. And then we'll have a final exam. It's going to be delivered completely online, 150 points. I'll put out a review sheet as we get closer. It's going to be a comprehensive final that goes over big picture everything. Okay, so our semester grade scale adjusts. 750 points is the grade scale. You do 90, 80, 70, 60, etc. That's what we're looking at for the rest of the semester here. Okay. Couple things that changed. Again, we're completely online. Communicate through email, discussion board, etc. If it's a great question that I think everybody needs to know the answer to, I may just go back into the announcements and reply there so everybody in the class can see that information instead of having 10 people email me the same question or it just keeps coming up. Just trying to be efficient with all of our time and decrease the stress. And if you can, please help me out here. When you email me, If it's something specific about, well, when is this due or what's this going on in our class, let me know which section, which class you're in. I have 5 different classes, all that are now online. So instead of me having to go, oh shoot, let me look up the grade book of every course to find that person, it helps out a lot if you could just put Bio 101 14 or hybrid bio. Then I'll remember, okay, you guys are all in the hybrid course versus the face-to-face. That now is hybrid versus all my other courses that are now all in the online world. Okay, so help me out. Lecture-wise, you guys are all pretty good. I don't think actually the lectures are going to change since they're already there as online lectures. So you probably don't even, actually we could probably ignore this for you guys. So we could strike that. This is more for my face-to-face class that's moving into this format. You guys know how to get into the lectures, etc. Labs, again, they're all online. This is what I definitely want to make sure everybody knows. Hey, several of the labs are going through Connect, and I'll pop that window up in a minute here. But keep an eye on the postings. I'll give you all the details there. Assignments are always due by midnight the day that they are due. So labs, you'll see on the calendar, this is when your lab is, by midnight. Your exams, this is when the exams are due, by midnight. Quizzes, etc. Small change with LearnSmart. I'm still requiring 2 of these per unit, so you get easy way to pick up 10 points, but I'm not doing the extra credit one. So the main reason there is because I can't test anybody in person, we lose academic integrity in the course. It's impossible to maintain academic integrity with courses that test for Bloom's 1 and 2 when you're testing completely online. I cannot prevent people from Googling questions, and it happens. I understand that. I recognize that, but that causes grade inflation. So I don't feel as an instructor it's pedagogically sound to say you can inflate grades by Googling answers during exams and then also get extra credit on top of that. That is a disservice to the good students in the courses, because the good students are going to get A's and B's and be solid students no matter what. So what allowing students all those extra opportunities and free access to Googling questions, it takes away from the good students. So big picture, it's only 5 points per unit. That's not going to make or break a grade. So I encourage you to do all the LearnSmarts, but I'm not going to bonus points because we're in this environment. If I was still able to test everybody in person for the midterm and the final, that would have leveled it out. And then sure, here's some extra credit opportunities. But because your midterms or your final is online and you can Google all the answers, let's be realistic. It's still a college course. So, okay. So again, hopefully that doesn't stress people out and they're like, oh, I have to have extra credit to pass. No, it's everybody can pass the course. You guys have busted your butt so far and done a great job. Let's get through the rest of this together. So, okay, I'm going to pause for a second and pull up actually, let me pull up the calendar just briefly. And then I really want to show you guys the Connect stuff. So print these off or do whatever you need to do with them to make sure you guys are paying attention to these deadlines. I will send out lots and lots of emails and reminders, but we're starting officially on Monday. Get into chapter 12. You got your DNA lab, that'll be online. Wrap up chapter 12 by the end of the week. You got a quiz by Friday, chapter 14 on Friday, 14 on Monday, etc., etc. So again, the calendars are different because of readjusting the semester. But we're going to be able to get everything in. I have reduced some of the content in some areas just to make sure we have the time to get all the key things in. So, all right, let me pause and I will jump back to, I want to go out to Connect briefly and show you guys the how the online labs are going to work. There will be a couple Blackboard online labs that you're going to access through here. And when it's time for that, I'll put out the instructions. You come here into this tab, access the lab, and then you upload it back into Blackboard. Please don't email me. I can't handle 120 emailed labs every week from all of my courses. So upload them back into Blackboard. You just drag the file back in and it uploads it, and I can grade it right in Blackboard. So it keeps things more organized for all of us. So, all right, let me bounce out to Connect, and I will walk you guys through that briefly. Okay, so here's Connect. Let me get back into student view. So this is what you guys are going to see it as. Everybody's been in there. Again, you guys have done a great job with it. These are the modules I'm referring to. So please make sure you guys are still working through these. I want 2 of them for our next unit. Chapter 12, I've created 2 for Chapter 12 and 1 for Chapter 14. You decide which ones you want to do, but do 2 of those. You could do 12 and 12. You could do 12 and 14. This one and 14. You guys know the drill. So whatever's easiest for you. So, okay, labs. Here's where the game changes. Certain labs are virtual labs. I would encourage and highly recommend all of you do the virtual lab tour. Come down here, click on that arrow, and it's going to take you into the virtual lab. Begin it. Don't worry, there's no points. This is just a walkthrough on how this works. 10 minutes of this, your life's going to be a whole lot easier. There are 3 virtual labs you guys are going to do: DNA isolation, electrophoresis, and evidence for evolution. So next week, or this week, you need to do the DNA isolation lab. Click on that, begin. It's going to walk you through a DNA isolation procedure. This is what we would have been doing in class this week. We would have pulled DNA out of cells, you would have sucked it out of your own body, all these things. We can't do that. So we're going to have to do it virtually. Unfortunately, we lose that hands-on experience, but this hopefully conveys the key concepts of DNA isolation. Once you've done that, then go do the homework. This is the equivalent of those lab sheets you would write out for me and turn in, I would grade and hand back. So you do the homework for the DNA lab, and you go, okay, click on this. Let's start it. It's going to walk you through a series of questions that are going to be connected to the DNA lab. So if you have not done if you haven't done the DNA isolation, the virtual thing, you can't really do the DNA lab. So what the lab's going to do is it's going to, again, question specific back to that virtual experience, like the lab sheets specific to what you did in class. So you'll do that for DNA. I'll get the grades. I will move those grades over into Blackboard. It does not automatically import. Don't worry. I'll take care of that. I'll do all that manually. Same thing with electrophoresis. When it's time for that one, you work through that lab, you'd answer the questions. Same thing for evolution. You do that one, you answer the questions. So you're going to have 3 labs here that are virtual labs. All right, so that will help get us on track with virtual labs. The other labs will be, excuse me, will be under this Blackboard Online Lab tab, and I'll let you know when those are available. There's going to be an evolution one and 2 ecology labs. You do them right through here, and you upload them back into Blackboard. All right, so guys, keep yourself safe. Keep an eye on things. Something I would encourage if you're trying to find updated information, use the CDC's website. This is where you're going to find accurate information. If you're looking at Illinois, do Illinois Department of Public Health. This is where you guys should go for your information. I would ignore most of the news because some of them spin too far right, too far left. They're both guilty of it. Trust the scientists and the scientific community here. That's who's going to get us through this. But don't hesitate. You need something? Let me know. I'm here to help out, okay? Nobody's in this alone.